Tom Clancy's The Division is such an awesome game when it comes to controls and graphics. The game looks almost like real life. A lot of times you'll be walking around and it's like watching a movie. I mean, these are advanced graphics with a capital A. Extra capital A, like the beginning of a Hans Christian Andersen fable. The A takes up 1/3 of the first page. In terms of controls, the game is also stellar. I mean, this is some of the best third-person shooting I've ever experienced. Does it have glitches? Of course. When there are several people in one place, sometimes games are gonna bug out. These are just the facts of life. The shooting is tight, and the game is crazy customizable because not a lot of people are calling it this, but this is what The Division is. It's an MMORPG. I just checked Wikipedia to see how Wikipedia defines this game, and it's a third-person shooter. Yeah, it's that, but it's mostly an MMORPG, a massive multiplayer online RPG. The RPG aspects are clear. Obviously, it takes place in modern times in this kind of post-apocalyptic tale in Manhattan, but the RPG aspects are there. You're constantly completing various quests, like carrying something from one place to another, going into, it's not called a dungeon, it's called, an area or a building, but it's basically a dungeon where you can team up with other people and you have to kill a certain amount of enemies and then kill the boss or do something on the computer within said building. And customizing your character. I mean, you gain EXP by fighting, you level up, and then you customize your character with various equipments that you've picked up, either equipment that you bought or equipment that you found while questing, and the same thing with weapons. You can customize your character with different loadouts. And also, aside from these quote-unquote dungeons, like in a typical MMORPG, there are also PvP areas, again, just like in the typical MMORPG. The Division is impossible to review in a short video. It just is. It's such a big, massive game. There's so much to talk about. It's impossible to do it in a video that's anything under like 30 minutes or even an hour. There's just a lot to talk about. So this is basically a short overview, mini review, if you will, of The Division. It's a fun game with amazing graphics, with great gameplay and gameplay physics, and with a lot of things to do. If you are a fan of third-person shooters and or MMORPGs, this is a great hybrid of the two. Now, the negatives in the game? Well, I guess the negative is it doesn't have that je ne sais quoi it factor that will leave me coming back to this game for years and years and years to come. And now I'll give you an example of what I mean. World of Warcraft, an MMORPG, a much more, of course, traditional MMORPG, but when I was in college, I played that game religiously for years. Why? It just had that it factor. This game, I don't see myself coming back to it. It's like a great game, just like Destiny. On paper, these are both great games, but I just can't see myself sticking with either one of them. Tom Clancy's The Division, at the end of the day, is definitely something to check out. This is a special game. It gets an official stanburdman rating of an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.
place up like Vegas. Wanna lock everything down so no one can come in behind us and fuck this up. You can't help me with that, so might as well get your ass topside. I'll follow you when I'm done.